Hand up, hand up. I messed up. Behind me is a Chiefs fan. On Sunday, I took this photo from the CBS broadcast and said he was wearing a blackface and a headdress. What I did not do was let more things come out about that photo, as the other side of his face was red. And in regards to the headdress, it has come out that he is Native American. His grandfather is part of the Chumash tribe and a member of the Santa Ynez band of Chumash Indians. I have since taken down this TikTok, and the apology should be as loud as the accusation. So here's my TikTok saying I am sorry, and also I am an idiot. I should have been better than this and should not have just reacted to the screenshot. The story is not as simple as just something on the TV. And as somebody who preaches that, I should have done that. And to those of you who are calling me out, I'm completely fair game. More than fair game. That's how this goes. And, like I said, I should have been better, and I deserve all the backlash. As an apology, I'll be reaching out to the family and asking if this fan wants a new jersey or some form of Chiefs memorabilia. But again, I apologize. I got it wrong, and I hope everybody that saw the original video will also see this.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about woke race hustler number one, Mr. Karan J. Phillips, a.k.a. his new nickname is Karen J. Phillips, right? That's what people are calling him, Karen J. Phillips, because this triggered liberal broke the internet after accusing a young Chiefs fan of being a racist, okay? He wrote this article in which there's an update on this article, and I'm going to talk about this update. Okay, I'm pretty sure you guys, most of you are familiar with the story, but he accused this young Chiefs fan of being a racist for wearing blackface during an NFL game. Except the kid was not wearing blackface. He was actually just wearing a costume to support his NFL team. Not only that, it turns out that this little boy is of Native American descent. So not only did Karen wrongfully accuse this little boy of wearing blackface, but he also just assumed that the kid was white, okay? Which, hey, I guess you could define that as being a little racist, okay? Just to assume that the kid was white, okay? And that he's, doing blackface, and that, he has no business, wearing, I guess, this costume or whatever. Yeah, so again, he was just wrong on so many different levels, okay? This has backfired tremendously. You've had liberals come out here and apologize and retract their statements because they realize that, hey, we messed up, right? We messed up. However, this guy is not apologizing. He's actually doubling down on his nonsense because, again, this is what the left does, right? They never apologize. They simply double down on their garbage here, and that's what he's doing because he's updated the article, okay? And it's not with an apology saying that, hey, I was wrong, I apologize for accusing the kid of being racist. No. He updated it basically claiming that the tribe that this kid belongs to or is associated with or affiliated with, apparently they don't like the wearing of the regalia as a part of a costume. And I think he thinks that this is redeeming for him, right? He think that, well, this redeems me in regards to falsely accusing this young boy of being a racist. So let's read the update here. He says, per Front Office Sports, the Santa Ynez band of Chumash Indians, whom the fan and his family are affiliated with, have released a statement condemning the, quote, wearing regalia as part of a costume or participating in any other type of cultural appropriation. Here's the statement. Quote, we are aware that a young member of our community attended a Kansas City Chiefs game in a headdress and face paint in his way of supporting his favorite team. Please keep in mind that the decision made by individuals or families in our community are their own and may not reflect the views of the broader tribal community. As a federally recognized tribe, the Santa Ynez band of Chumash Indians does not endorse wearing regalia as a part of a costume or participating in any other type of cultural appropriation. Okay, so again, it's so funny how this guy provides his update, which is not really condemning the family at all for wearing the regalia. I guess what he's saying is that, well, we don't really endorse it. Okay, now as being a part of their community, hey, they can kind of do what they want to do, right? But what they do does not reflect our views as a whole, okay? I mean, I'm not sure exactly where, again, they are condemning the family or anything like that, but hey, maybe these Indians are not okay with cultural appropriation, and that's fine, right? But that doesn't change the fact that this guy, Karan J. Phillips, falsely accused this young fan of being a racist, okay, which he did not retract any of these statements, okay? He basically is sticking to his guns here and saying that this young boy has found a way to hate black people and Native Americans at the same time, despite the fact that he is Native American. Truly ridiculous. Again, how low do you have to be as an individual? How desperate do you have to be as an individual to smear a young boy as a racist, okay? That's how little racism there is a supply of in this country, right? That these people have to make up stories like this to find fake racism in the United States. It's amazing, right? For as racist as this country is, according to them, right, they have to stoop this low, right, to accuse children of hating black people and hating themselves, their own race at the same time, for simply wearing a costume. Amazing stuff. It just reeks of desperation, okay? Desperation to boohoo, whine, and cry racism for clicks and likes and for money. And this is why I say we have to defund the boohoo, whining, and crying racism industry, right? The crime bigotry industry in general needs to be defunded, right? Because, again, that's one of the biggest hustles currently in this country, right? And it drives stories like this. This is how stuff like this happens, is because of the existence of that industry. And furthermore, I'm sick and tired of our soft, always triggered society where people get upset about the dumbest stuff, like a costume, bruh. A costume. People get upset, he's wearing blackface. As a black person, I don't give a damn about anybody wearing blackface. If a white person wants to walk around here with blackface paint on and pretend to be black and, you know, do whatever they want to do, I don't care. Hey, they not hurting me, right? Do what you want to do, okay? I mean, I think it looks silly, right? But hey, you know, if you want to have fun with it, have fun with it. I'm just not going to live my life being triggered by every little thing. But with that being said, we have to talk about this kid's family and the fact that his father is speaking out. Again, the kid's name is Holden Arminta, and his father, Bubba, basically is stating that it is too late for an apology, that the damage is done, even though I don't think that Karen was actually going to ever give an apology. And this is why I think that the family should just sue for defamation, right? That's exactly what they do. So without further ado, let's watch this interview with Jesse Waters.
Let's bring in Holden Arminta and his father, Bubba. So, Bubba, what was going through your mind the second you found out your son had been targeted like this?
It's been a lot. It's been a pretty crazy couple of days. I was mad, upset for him, mad that he's upset. He's pretty devastated. I mean, he's seen the videos and everything posted. He's excited. He's all over. It was his dream to get on the Jumbotron. And I've had family and friends call and, oh, we saw you on Sunday Night Football. So he's excited. But then everything else came up, and it's been a little bit of a spiral.
Holden, how are you feeling right now?
It's okay because a lot of kids at school are getting excited, but it's starting to get me a little nervous because if they go a little bit overboard, it's a little scary.
I bet it's scary. It can be a very overwhelming experience.
Yeah, especially when you have race hustlers trying to smear the kid as a racist, right? Again, this guy has absolutely no conscience, right? You have to have no soul for you to smear a child, a 9-year-old child, as a racist for wearing a costume, saying that he hates blacks and Native Americans. Again, imagine what this child is dealing with right now at 9 years old. dealing with this situation. Again, this is a situation that's hard for adults to handle, right? We've seen people have hard times dealing with being labeled and smeared as a racist, again, as adults, right? Because when you get labeled as a racist in 2023, that can ruin your whole life, okay? It can ruin your career. It could stop you from being able to feed your family, being able to live a normal life. That racism label is not a label to be taken lightly, especially when you have the mainstream liberal media throwing it at you all at the same time, right? And that is something that, again, is a big problem in our society. And that's why I say that the boohoo, whining, and crying racism industry has to be defunded. And that's why, again, I think that they should sue, right? They should sue. Teach this outlet a last cent. I'm pretty sure they can raise a ton of money for a lawsuit against this outlet for these accusations, because this guy is still not even retracting the claims. He's not even retracting the claims. Again, he was just wrong, okay? Again, this is defamation. You trying to ruin this child's life before he even gets a chance to even really start living. It's just, it's shameful.
How has the community been in terms of support?
Okay. So far.
Good. And you're a football guy, right? Don't you have practice in a few minutes?
Yeah, we're getting ready to head out the door for all-star practice.
What position do you play?
Wide receiver and free safety.
It's amazing. And how big of a Chiefs fan are you?
Really big.
And what does it
Because we
mean?
went to the Raiders Chiefs game last year, too.
Nice. And what does it mean now that you're feeling all this love from Chiefs Nation? Everyone's going to be wearing red and black on their faces next Sunday.
Really good.
That whole stadium should be wearing red and black. Every fan at that stadium, black, white, Indian, Asian, Latino, whatever, should be wearing black and red face paint, okay? And let the mainstream, let the race hustlers say, well, they're all wearing blackface. They're all racist. They're all appropriating Indian culture, whatever. See, this is how you beat it, right? The way that you beat it is that you just do it anyways, right? You just keep doing it, right? We're just going to keep, we don't care what you say. We're all going to do it. Are you going to smear all of us as racist? Are we all racist? Do we all hate Native Americans and blacks? Right? Again, that's how you beat them. Just do it anyways. Okay? So that's what I want to see.
So, Bubba,
He asked me 10 minutes. He asked me 10 minutes ago if he can paint his face before we go live.
I mean, he can do whatever he wants. He's a great patriot. He's a great American, and he's a great fan, and everybody loves Holden. But Karen over at Deadspin doesn't. Bubba, would you like an apology? What would you like from Karen at Deadspin?
Yo, Jesse Waters is hilarious for calling this guy Karen, right? He's hilarious, okay? He's definitely doing it on purpose. But yeah, that's what he is. He's being a Karen. That's exactly what he's being. He's being a black male Karen, right? That's what he's trying to be.
You know, I don't even know what to think about that. It's a little too late for that. The damage is already done. It's, worldwide. Now there's comments all over. There's, disrespect towards Native Americans and towards my family. We never in any way, shape, or form meant to disrespect any Native Americans or any tribes. The tribe we're from doesn't even wear that type of headdress. This specific headdress is a novelty piece. It's a costume piece. That's exactly what we had purchased it for and wore it for.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's just a costume. Again, I'm sick and tired of living in a society where people get triggered over the dumbest stuff, over silly stuff. You can't have fun anymore, right? You can't have fun. And that's, again, the world that the woke revolutionaries want us to live in, a world where you can't have fun. You can't dress up, in these costumes and go to these games and just be a fan without having to worry about being smeared as some type of bigot. It's insane. It really is. Okay? It really is insane. Liberals are just not fun, right? They're not fun people. They don't know how to have fun. They don't know how to take jokes. They don't know how to do any of that. They're miserable, right? They're miserable. And the reason why they're miserable is because, again, they look for stuff like this. They look for things to be triggered over. And this is why they're so miserable.
not in any disrespect towards any Native Americans at all. And it's been a whirlwind of comments coming even from other tribes, from tribal members. Some think it's okay, some think it's not okay. It's a 9-year-old boy supporting his team. Facts.
And because of all the backlash that they're getting, because of the defamatory statements that were made by Karen J. Phillips, they should not accept an apology. Yes, absolutely, an apology is too late, right? You can't apologize now, right? We're not going to forgive this. This should not be forgiven. These people need to be sued, okay? They need to face financial consequences. The same thing they try to do to people on the right, like Elon Musk, Trump, Kyle Rittenhouse, right? Do it back to them. We're going to sue you, okay? We're going to sue you. We're going to come after you. We're going to financially bankrupt you for these false accusations of racism, okay? That's what has to happen. That's what has to happen. So no, he shouldn't accept no apology. I wouldn't accept no apology if you smear my son as a racist. You ruining his life. You making our own community turn against us and all types of other crazy stuff. Yeah, we're going to sue you, and I'm not going to forgive you. We're not going to forgive you.
And you're going to be wearing the black and the red in, I guess, every Sunday for as long as you're alive, I bet, Holden.
Yep.
Forever, huh?
Who's your favorite player on the Chiefs?
Patrick Mahomes.
My Eagles beat your Chiefs a couple weeks back. I mean, you guys did beat us in the Super Bowl, but I think we're going to see you again in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That'll be good, huh?
Now, if we're back in the Super Bowl together, the Eagles and the Chiefs, you want to have a little bet, Holden?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do a bet, and if the Chiefs win, you're going to get something very special, and if the Eagles win, we'll figure that out. How's that sound?
Okay.
All right. Can I get a chop? There you go. Holden, Bubba, we love you guys. Good luck at practice. Good luck for the rest of the season until the Super Bowl. How's that?
Thank you, Jesse. We really appreciate the opportunity tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, so again, that's how you do it, right? You don't bow down to the mob, okay? You continue to stand on what you believe in, okay? And, you just continue to do what you're doing, right? Don't fold to them. Don't change your behavior because of them, okay? Keep doing that chop, right? Keep wearing that face paint. Keep wearing the regalia. Do what you got to do. Because at the end of the day, this is a free country, and I'm sick and tired of this woke, triggered society always boohoo, whining, crying, being butthurt over crazy stuff, over silly stuff. Again, there's a whole industry behind this. There's a whole industry behind people that boohoo, whine, and cry racism for money. This guy would not have a job if he wasn't crying racism all day, right? He wouldn't have a job. Wouldn't be able to survive. He has no other skills outside of crying racism, which takes no skill at all, right? Takes no skill at all. So again, this is why that industry needs to be defunded, and this is why they should be sued into oblivion. So again, I hope that they announce a lawsuit against Deadspin. I would really love to see that. I would love to see this guy, Karen, face some consequences in regards to potentially being fired for writing this article, because any respectable and decent outlet will fire a writer who puts out these types of defamatory statements, putting their business at risk, okay, because of his race hustle. He doesn't have any other skills outside of, again, crying racism. It really is a shame. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.